Hello everyone, and welcome to all in this lecture. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about mean value theorem. In the previous lecture, I have discussed differentiability. So in that lecture, I have discussed when left-hand derivative, we can denote by f dash a minus is equal to right-hand derivative, f dash a plus is equal to finite value. Then we can say function is differentiable. We can say function is differentiable at x is equal to a, right? And if a function is differentiable at x is equal to a, it could be continuous also at x is equal to a. So a function अगर differentiable है, then it would be continuous also. Okay, but inverse need not be true. Inverse true नहीं होगा. Inverse can be true, cannot be true. So if a function is continuous at x is equal to a, it is not important. Like it is not must like differentiable भी होगा उस point पे. But अगर differentiable है, then continuous होगा at x is equal to a. That is must है. Okay. What do you mean by mean value theorem? So in calculus, mean value theorem states that in a given section, there is a point where we calculate the derivative, so it would be equal to the average derivative of a given section. Okay, let's draw a figure. This is y-axis. Let's assume this is x-axis. Okay, and this is a function y is equal to fx. I'm taking a section like I'm taking this section where this is a2, and this is b, is equal to b, this is x equal to a. So I'm taking this section. So in this section, at every point, suppose the function is differentiable and function is continuous between a to b, and function is also differentiable between a to b. Okay, so at every point we can calculate the derivative. We can calculate the derivative. It means we can calculate the slope of tangent at each and every point between or interval a to b, right? And then we can take the average. So average derivative. There is a point at which lie you can see, like for example, that suppose there is a x is equal to c. So you will find a point c where the derivative at this point will be equal to the average derivative of given section. The average derivative will be equal to derivative of function at x is equal to a. ए और बी के बीच में एक ऐसा पॉइंट आपको सी मिलेगा जो उस पूरे सेक्शन को, जो गिवन सेक्शन है ए टू बी, उसके जो एवरेज डेरिवेटिव है उसके इक्वल टू होगा डेरिवेटिव ऑफ ए फंक्शन एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू सी. Okay, so that is called mean value theorem. Okay, for example, suppose a car is moving with some speed and travel with variable speed, we can say variable speed, and travel a distance of, let's say, 100 kilometers. Okay, in t hours. Okay, so we can calculate the average speed, that is total distance divided by time taken to travel the distance. So that is 100 kilometer divided by t, or let's say total distance travel is s, let's assume s. So we can write s by t. So that is average speed. Okay, so during the moving of a car during the t time, the car should be achieved at least at one point or at one moment. The car speed should be s by t. At least at one moment car speed should be h by t किलोमीटर पर आवर। किसी न किसी पोजीशन पे मोमेंट पे कार की स्पीड h by t किलोमीटर पर आवर होगा, okay, because at some point it would be equal to average speed. Okay, so I think you are getting the meaning of mean value theorem. Let's talk about the Rawls theorem. Rawls mean value theorem also we can say. So if a function fx is such that fx is continuous in the closed interval a, b, and f dax, that is derivative of a function fx, is exist for every point in the open interval a to b, and third condition where functional value at a and b will be equal, we can write function of a is equal to function of b. So there exists at least one value of fx, one value of x, say c, where c is in between a to b, in between of a b, so that f dash c, matlab derivational value of c is equal to 0. Okay. Condition क्या है? See, if a function fx is satisfying all the three conditions, the first condition it should be continuous in the interval a to b. Second, it should be derivative, derivative should be exist in a to b in open interval, and then functional value at x is equal to a and x is equal to b is equal. If a function is satisfying all the three conditions that is given here, so then there is exist at least one value of x, say c, where c in between of a to b, such that the derivative of the function x, where x is equal to c, is 0. Let's see from the graph. Let's see, there is a function fx this is x is equal to a and this is x is equal to b. Coordinate we can write b, f b. This coordinate we can write a, a. Okay. No, this point should be here, right? See, so from the graph you can say like this function fx is continuous between a to b, that you can see here, and a derivative of function is also exists. From the figure you can say derivative is exist means at a point there is a no sharp curve. At a certain point there is a no sharp curve, means at a certain point you are getting only one tangent, then we can say derivative is exist. So from the graph you can see the second condition is also followed by this function, and third condition where functional value at x is equal as x equal to a is equal to functional value at x is equal to b. Okay, let's draw a chord. Let's draw a curve. So we can write what is the slope of chord. Slope of chord b minus f a divided by b minus a. You can see here from the third condition f a is equal to f b, so this will be 0. This will be 0. So chord of, in this case, slope of chord is 0. Means slope of chord, that whatever the chord is here, that is parallel to x-axis. Chord is parallel to x-axis. Okay. Now, so according to the Rawls theorem, there is a point C in between A to B. There, at least the differentiation or the derivative of at this point, it would be parallel to x-axis. F dash at x is equal to c 0, it means the tangent is parallel to x-axis. f dash c equal to 0 का क्या मतलब है? टेंजेंट क्या होगा? पैरेलल टू x-axis. Means tangent slope of tangent is parallel 0. Means the tangent is parallel to x-axis. Okay. Or we can say this at C point, tangent of the function at C point is parallel to chord. So parallel to the chord of the joining point. Suppose this point is A and B. So it is parallel to the chord. But the chord is also parallel to the x-axis. The tangent will be also parallel to the x-axis. So from the figure, you can understand what is the Rolle's theorem. But inverse need not be true. Like if a function is at f dash c, derivative of a function at x is equal to c 0, then it will satisfy Rolle's theorem. That is not true. If a function satisfying all the three conditions, then there is exists at least one value of x, say c, that it will belong a to b, such that differentiation of a function at x is equal to c will be 0. But इसका inverse true नहीं है, right? Let's see some more figures. Like this is y axis, x axis, y axis. You have seen the previous case, it was like this. X is equal to A, this is x equal to B, okay, and this here is the, you can see from the graph, the function is continuous and differentiable at A to B, and third condition is function is if A is equal to FB, you can see here. So at least at one point C, this point C will be exist where f dash C is equal to 0. It can be like this, where this point is x is equal to A, this point is x is equal to B, and there is exists C where f dash say 0. It can be like this, like this is x is equal to A, and this is x equal to B. And here you can see the f B, if A is equal to f B, that is equal to constant C. So in this case, you can see the graph is constant between A and B. Okay, so it can be true. So you can take the any point between the A to B, there will exist f dash is equal to 0. Okay, in other case, it can be more than one point. There you will see that f dash c is 0. So let's make that figure for that. Like this. Suppose this is the point A, x is equal to A, and here the point x is equal to B. Condition here f A equal to f B. Okay. So you can see here there is a 2 point, let's see C1 and C2. You can see from the figure there f dash C1 tangent at the C1 point is parallel to x-axis means 0, and at this point also you can see f dash as C2 is 0. So it can be in the 4 cases. It can be that this one, it can be this one, it can be this one, it can be this one. Okay. So if any function is not satisfy any of the 3 conditions, then function will be fails Rolle's theorem. Okay. And if any function, you will see that f dash c is equal to 0, अगर ये किसी फंक्शन में आता है इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि कंडीशन तीनों सेटिस्फाइड होंगे। ओके, लेट्स मेक द ग्राफ फॉर दैट आल्सो। देयर इज वन, मैं कह रहा हूं कि इनवर्स ट्रू नहीं होगा। लेट्स सी क्यों ट्रू नहीं होगा, राइट? सो लेट्स सी वन ग्राफ लाइक दिस। This is equal to A, this is x equal to B, and in between this point you are getting C where the f dash C is 0. Okay, at this point. But you can see here, function is not continuous at this point. So this point is P, x is equal to P, you will see at this point function is not continuous, but it is satisfying this condition. It is satisfying this condition. तो अगर ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि रोल्स थ्योरम का जो कंडीशन है उसको भी सेटिस्फाई करेगा। सो कन्वर्स और इनवर्स इज नॉट बी ट्रू। ओके, let's solve one problem that we have fx function, we have x square plus x minus 6 in minus 3 to 2. Okay, so verify, the question is verify Rolle's theorem in between. Okay. So what is the condition for Rolle's theorem? Just write it first. Condition क्या है? First condition, fx function x square plus x minus 6, it should be continuous in closed interval. देखो closed interval open interval difference क्या है? It is difference only when you are taking including the point A and B or not. Okay, point A and B include किया है, then closed interval, A point and B point exclude किया है, then open interval. Okay, closed interval का डेरिवेटिव का क्या मतलब है कि अगर A के राइट में B है, so from the right side right derivative should be equal, right derivative should be exist. Okay, और अगर B के लेफ्ट में A है, so at B point पे लेफ्ट हैंड डेरिवेटिव should be exist. Okay, तो फंक्शन क्या होना चाहिए क्लोज इंटरवल में? कंटिन्यूअस. So let's see. So you can see here this function, given this function, if a function is polynomial, if a function is polynomial, or polynomial function is differentiable and continuous at all x. So the if a function is polynomial, it means continuous in interval, continuous in closed interval a to b. Okay, second, function polynomial है तो differentiable भी होगा. fx is differentiable in interval a to b. Okay, and the third condition, if b is equal to fa. Okay, let's see what is the fa. That is fa minus 3. So calculate minus 3 square plus minus 3 minus 6. What value you are getting? 9. And here 9, you are getting 0. And then functional value at 2. So 2 to the power 4 plus 2, then minus 6. You are getting 0. So we are getting the third condition, like if b is equal to fa. right? So this function, given function x square plus x minus 6 is satisfying all three conditions of Rolle's theorem. So we can say now that f dash c is equal to 0, where c belongs to interval between a to b. So let's calculate the value of c and then check it is belongs to a or b or not. So differentiation of fx, so 2x plus 1 minus 0. We can write 2c plus 1 is equal to 0. So from here we can calculate c is equal to minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2, that is, we can say that a, thus minus 1 by 2 is greater than minus 3 and less than 2. Okay. So hence, we can say hence Rolle's theorem is verified. Is verified. Okay. So always you have to see the conditions, whether is it satisfying all the three conditions or not. Let's see one more example where the fx, and this is the sin x plus cos x between 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so verify Rolle's theorem for the given function. So let's check the conditions of Rolle's theorem. We can write condition of Rolle's theorem. The first condition we have. First condition क्या है? It should be continuous. So you can see here the sine and cos both function, sin x and cos x, both function is continuous and differentiable, is continuous and differentiable at all x. At all x. So from here we can say that all x में अगर वो continuous है and differentiable है, तो 0 से pi by 2 में भी differentiable होगा, continuous होगा. So this function, given function of fx, is satisfy the first and second condition. Fx is differentiable because this is the summation of continuous or differentiable function. So summation of continuous function is result is a continuous function, and the summation of differentiable function is result is differentiable function. So fx is differentiable in interval of AB. Okay. Now what is third condition? So calculate f 0. But we are getting sine 0 plus cos 0. We are getting 1. Sine pi by 2, because we can say this is A. According to the Rolle's theorem conditions, pi by 2. So sine pi by 2 is equal to cos pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 1, cos pi by 2 0. So we are getting 1. So we can say the third condition of Rolle's theorem is also verified. So if all the condition, three condition is verified by this function, so we can say f dash c is equal to 0, where c belongs to in the interval of AB. So let's calculate the c from the. So let's calculate the c, f dash c. Let's put first differentiate it and then put x is equal to c. So sin का differentiation cos x का differentiation minus sin x. So we are getting cos x minus sin x. We can write also cos c minus sin c is equal to 0. Means sin c is equal to cos c is equal to 0. Then we can say c is equal to pi by 4. we can say 45 degree. So we can check that c by 4 is lying in between 0 to pi by 2. So we can say that hence Rolle's theorem is verified. We can say Rolle's theorem is verified because pi by 4 is lying between 0 to pi by 2. We can say hence Rolle's theorem is verified. Okay. The next one, Lagrange mean value theorem, or in short, we can say LMVT. Lagrange mean value theorem. So if a function fx is such that fx is continuous in the closed interval a and b, and f dash there is a derivative of a function which exists for every point in the open interval a to b, so then there exists at least one value of x. Let's say x is equal to say c, where c in between of a to b, such that f dash c is equal to fb minus fa divided by b minus a. Okay, so you can say in the case of Lagrange mean value theorem, there is only two conditions. Function should be continuous and differentiable in a given section. So let's draw a graph for this. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and let's say this is a function like this. Okay, I'm taking this point is a, and this point I'm taking is b. Okay, so coordinate we can write this one. We can write b f of b. This one we can write coordinate a f of a. And let's point this. This is a. This is b. Okay. So what would be the vertical distance between a to b? So we can write f of b minus f of a. Okay, and horizontal distance between a to b, we can write b minus a. Okay, so b minus f of a divided by b minus a, right? And we can calculate here slope of chord AB, slope of chord AB, we can write here f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. We can write or not? We can write. Okay. So according to the Lagrange mean value theorem, if the function is continuous in the closed interval and it is differentiable in open interval, then at least at one point where x is equal to c, then it satisfies f dash c is equal to fb minus fa. What is the meaning of this? At which at one point you will find, so tangent at this point will be parallel to the chord, parallel to the chord. So let's say this point is x is equal to c. So at this point tangent is equal to chord of AB, tangent at C. We can say at x is equal to c. So at least एक पॉइंट आपको ए के बीच में ऐसा मिलेगा जहां पे आपको टेंजेंट जो होगा वो पैरेलल होगा कॉर्ड के. किसके पैरेलल होगा? कॉर्ड के. तो टेंजेंट को कैसे लिखेंगे? Tangent we can write here like slope of tangent at x is equal to c, we can write f dash c. Okay, and that is equal to chord. So chord we have fb minus fa divided by b minus a. So now हमें अल्जेब्रिक फॉर्म में भी समझ में आ गया कि लैग्रेंज मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम का क्या मतलब है और हमें ग्राफिकली भी समझ में आया, राइट? See, at a certain point, you will find that tangent at that point will be equal to chord of joining the point A to B, right? So लैंग्वेज मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम तभी एप्लीकेबल है जब कोई फंक्शन गिवन जो टू कंडीशंस है उसको सेटिस्फाई करे मींस f(x) इज कंटीन्यूअस इन द क्लोज इंटरवल एंड f(x) इज एग्जिस्ट डेरिवेटिव ऑफ f(x) इज एग्जिस्ट इन बिटवीन द a and b. If a function satisfying above two conditions, then we can say there is exists at least one value of x, say where the c belongs to a to b and such that f dash c is equal to f b minus f a divided by b minus a. Right? At least one value का क्या मतलब है? It can be more than one. It can be more than one. Or also we can say, like अगर आप, for example, आप एक point लेते हो, in this case, let's see, I'm taking this point A, B, C. This is C, capital C. So in this, you're taking the you're taking the point A to B. If function is continuous between A to C and differentiable also A to C. तो इस बीच के पॉइंट आपको कितने पॉइंट मिल जाएंगे लाइक A1 2 3 सो यू कैन गेट 3 पॉइंट फॉर दैट दिस कंडीशन विल सेटिस्फाई. तो लैंग्वेज मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम क्या कहता है कि एटलीस्ट एक पॉइंट तो आपको मिलेगा, एक पॉइंट तो होगा ही होगा अगर ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई हुआ. लेकिन इसका इनवर्स ट्रू नहीं है, इनवर्स इज नॉट ट्रू. इनवर्स नॉट ट्रू का मतलब क्या है कि आप कोई फंक्शन ये कंडीशन अगर सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है तो इसका मतलब नहीं है कि वो कंटिन्यूअस भी होगा ए टू बी के बीच में और डिफरेंशिएबल भी होगा, राइट? और ऑल्सो यू कैन सी हियर, we can write in note, first one is inverse is not true, then second notes we can write here, then Rolle's theorem is special case of LMBT. Lagrange mean value theorem का एक स्पेशल केस है Rolle's theorem when f a is equal to f p. अगर ये कंडीशन है, लैग्रेंज मीन वैल्यू का थ्योरम क्या है? f of b minus f of a is equal to b minus a. If a is equal to functional value at a is equal to a is equal to x equal to b, so you will get this function is 0. So if a is equal to fb, then LMBT become a Rolle's theorem. Okay, so we can say Rolle's theorem is a special case for is a case of LMBT, right? Let's say a few example. Verify LMBT. Okay, verify LMBT. What is the condition for LMBT? First condition, you can see the above graph f(x) is polynomial function and polynomial function is continuous and differentiable for all x. Continuous and differentiable for all x. Okay, this means condition 2 is also satisfied. Condition 2 is also that let's write f(x) is differentiable in open interval a b. Okay, so means above two condition is satisfying for the LMBT. So there is a point exists that such that f dash c is equal to fb minus fa divided by b minus a. So let's calculate the c. differentiate the function, then 2x plus 2. b minus 3 here, there, here's b is equal to 6 and a is equal to 4, right? And what is the function value if b? Put the x is equal to 6. So 6 square plus 2 into 6 plus 3. What we are getting? 36, then 12, then 3, 51. Then f is when x is equal to 4, we are getting some value 16 and then 24, 27. Okay. Then put the value fv, that is 51, minus fa, that is 27, divide by 6 minus 2. What we are getting here? 24 divided by 4. Sorry, here 6. So we are getting it 24 divided by 2 means 12. Okay. You can write x is equal to c. So 2c plus 2 is equal to 12. Then 2c is equal to 10. And there c we are getting here 5. So we can say here the 5 is lying between the 4 and 6. So we can say hence LMBT is proved. Hence we can say hence Lagrange mean value theorem is proved or verified. Cauchy mean value theorem. So if the two real valued function fx and gx are such that fx and gx are continuous in the closed interval and f dash, that is derivative of fx, and g dash x, where the derivative of gx are exist for every point in the open interval a to b. And the third condition where the derivative of fx is not equal to 0, where x is between a to b. So किसी भी पॉइंट पे जो gx की वैल्यू है, जो डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ gx की जो वैल्यू है, वो 0 नहीं होना चाहिए. If a function, if the two functions satisfying the conditions, so then there exists at least one value of x, say c, where the c belongs to ab, such that f dash c and g dash x is equal to fp minus fa divided by gb minus ga. Okay. So we can write here for this condition, if the function is satisfying above two condition. So from the LMBT we can write, from the LMBT we can write, from the LMBT we can write for the function of fx, if b minus fa divided by b minus a. Okay, this will be c. Okay. Yeah, fx we can write c the any value. So from LMBT, Lagrange mean value theorem, we can write for the gx function also, like g dash c equal to gb minus ca divided by b minus a. Okay, so this is the equation 1, and this is we can write the equation. So from the equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and equation 2, f dash c divided by g dash c is equal to f b minus fa divided by b minus a, okay, into b minus a divided by gb minus ga. Okay, so by simplifying, we can write f b minus fa divided by gb minus ga. Okay, so we can say for the same conditions, for the same given section, two curves, fx and gx, two function fx and gx are applied, the same LMVT is applied for the given section like A to B. So that is called Cauchy mean value theorem. Generally, we can write in short form CMVT. CMVT. Let's take few examples from the gate. A function fx is equal to 1 minus x squared. Sorry, this one. A rail engine accelerates from its stationary position for 8 seconds and travel a distance of 280 meter. According to the mean value theorem, the speedometer, which tells us the speed of the car or the speed of the rail engine. So the speedometer at a certain time during the accelerations must read exactly, right? So rail engine 8 seconds में it travel a distance of 280 kilometer. Solution we can say, suppose S is a function of time, where S is the distance, T is time. According to the question, H8 is equal to total distance travel in 8 seconds. In distance travel in 8 seconds is given 280 meter. Okay. And obviously we can say distance travel in 0 second is 0, because accelerate from the stationary position means initial distance traveled by that rail engine was 0. So S0 is, we can say 0. Okay. So from the LMVT, or we can say from the mean value theorem, I have mentioned that at certain point you will find there is a tangent will be equal to, or the derivative is equal to the average derivative. So average derivative is called here speed, and tangent is called a instantaneous speed. So that a speedometer will read at a certain time. Okay. Let's calculate here mean value theorem. Let's calculate first average speed. So what is average speed? Total distance covered in 8 seconds. So distance covered in 8 seconds minus distance covered in 0 second. Okay. Distance 8 seconds minus 0. Right? So initially it was a stationary position, so this will be 0. So we can write S 8 divided by 8, and distance is covered in 8 seconds is 280 meter. 280 divided by 8. This is in, sorry, meter per second. We can convert in kilometer per hour. Okay. So 8 divided by 5. What are you getting? We are getting 126 kilometer per hour. Okay, so in this speed we got 126 kilometer per hour. So at certain point we will get that function would be achieved, instantaneous speed would be equal to average speed. So a speedometer must read 126 kilometer per hour at a certain point. So this is equal to average speed. ओके, तो जो इसका एवरेज स्पीड है किसी पॉइंट पे उसके इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड के बराबर होगा और उसे वही इंस्टेंटेनियस स्पीड स्पीडोमीटर रीड करता है. Okay, so from the mean value theorem we can say that instantaneous speed be equal to the average speed. Next question we have a function fx is equal to 1 minus x square plus x cube, where is defined in the closed interval minus 1 to 1. The value of x in the open interval minus 1 to 1 for which the mean value theorem is satisfied. Let's take the conditions. Solution. What are the different conditions? So see here, fx is polynomial function. It would be continuous and differentiable at all x. So the first condition will be satisfied. We can write fx is continuous in closed interval a to b. Second condition is also satisfied. Fx is differentiable in open interval ab. Third, we'll see the function is a functional value at x equal to b is equal to x value a or not. So let's calculate fp, that is f 1. So function value 1 minus 1 plus 1. So we are getting here 1. At x equal to a, that is minus 1. So we are getting 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. You can see here this fa is not equal to fp. So we can say Rolle's theorem Rolle's theorem will not be applicable. Will not be applicable. But according to the first and second condition, LMVT will be applicable. But from above two condition, LMVT can be applied. LMVT can be applicable. Okay. So LMVT क्या है? At a point f dash c will be equal to fb minus f a divided by b minus a. So we have to calculate the c and we have to show that c is lying between a and b. C will be lying between a and b. So let's calculate the c value first. Do the differentiation. So we are getting 0 minus 2x plus 3x squared. Okay. And then we can put the value of fb. So that is we are getting 1 minus 1 divided by b, that is 1 minus a, that is minus 1. 2 divided by 2, we are getting 1. Okay. So you can calculate, you can take the x common, we can get minus 2 plus 3x equal to 1. So minus 2x plus 3x is equal to 1. Minus 2x plus 3x square is equal to 1. You can solve this. 3x square minus 2x minus minus 1 is equal to 0. So calculate 1x, that is minus plus 2 plus minus 3 square 4 minus 4a b into minus 1 divided by 6. So we are getting here plus 2 plus minus root under 4 plus 12 divided by 6. We can get 2 plus minus 4, 4 into 4 divided by 6. We can simplify 4 divided by 6, 1, or we can get a minus 2 divided by 6 that is equal to minus 1 by 3. So we can say here, therefore, minus 1 by 3 lying between the minus 1 to 1. Hence, LMVT is satisfied. Satisfied. Okay, thank you. So we have discussed, in this lecture, we have discussed the Rawls theorem, language mean value theorem, Cauchy mean value theorem. Okay, in the next lecture, I will discuss the local maxima, local minima. So thank you. If you have any doubt, then you can ask.